Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Now we discuss about the product for Juxta-Vascular Nodule segmentation based on flow entropy and geodesic distance. Next we see the abstract for the product. According to a survey of WHO, the mortality rate for lung cancer is higher than that of other kinds of cancers, and early detection is crucial to the change of curative treatment. Pulmonary nodes, focal density with diameter from 3 meter to 3 centimeter are the major radiographic indicators for lung cancer. In order to detect the lung cancer early, efforts are underway to establish the lung screening program using the multi-detector computed tomography rather than the traditional radiographs. The distinguishes malignant pulmonary nodule from begins one the main challenge for lung cancer diagnosis, but it is usually difficult to achieve even though the CT examinations. Nodule growth that based on the two scans performed for patient typically within the span of 3 to 6 months is the most notable predictor to identify the malignant nodule. In the volume of the nodule has increased significantly, then the nodule has often considered to be malignant. Accurate manual assignment for in time consuming and high inaccurate compiler aided detection for lung cancer provide new technology for automated pulmonary nodule segmentation. Accurate the segmentation is essential exact assignment for nodule growth. Computer-aided diagnosis of lung CT data is a new quantitative analysis technique to distinguish the malignant nodule from the benign ones. Nodule growth rate, the key indicator to discriminate between the billions of malignant nodes. Accurate nodule segmentation is that the essential of calculating the nodule growth rate. However, it's difficult to segmentation just a vascular nodule. This is due to the similar gray levels in nodule and attached blood vessels. To distinguish the nodule region from the attached vessels region, a flowing detection feature referred to as the direction of normal vector for a pixel introduced since the blood is flowing in one of the single direction through the vessel. The normal vectors of the pixel is the vessel region typically point in similar orientation, while the directions of those in the nodule region can be viewed as disorganized. The entropy value for following detection features neighboring the region of vessel pixel and similar than the nodule pixel. Moreover, the vessel pixel typically have the largest geodesic distance of the nodule center than the pixel. Based on the k-means clustering methods for flow entropy and combined with the geodesic distance used to segment the vessel and attach the nodule. Next we see the flow diagram for the product. The database nodule image for overall lung type 4 type of images to be occurred in the database nodule image, and the input image nodule image for select any one of the image for the selective input query images. The pre-processing technique for and partition to be applied for the architecture process. The pre-processing orthogonal filter to be used for the pre-processing technique, and to apply the partition methodology in adaptive partition and the rigid partition. The rigid partitions in watershed methodology, and the partitions results to apply the feature extract processing. The feature extract methodology shift feature algorithm will be used in the feature extract for the process, and to identify the query and information and the overall database information to be processed the multi-SVM classifier. The multi-SVM classifier to be classify the multi-level of database information to the selected query information process. This information process to identify the which type of disease to be occurred in the required input lung images. They identify the classification, then the classify and upload to be calculate the performance analysis for the overall classification results. This performance analysis is mainly based on the retrieve the overall information to classify the secured selected images for the input nodule images. The input nodule image to be cropped for the overall lung images and to partition with the selected images and to identify the feature extract base. And these feature extract based on our the edge based deductions for the shift feature methodology. This edge reduction results to be identify the classifying results. This classifier mainly used to identify the separate classification process and to separate the nodule information and to replace the original information to the gray level information and to identify the final binary based lung images result for our the overall architecture process. This is our flow diagram for lung nodule classification. Next we see the final output for the product. First we run the main input functions for we run the main functions and to select the any of the one query input images, select the filtered image, then to calculate the first image for input lung nodule image and to second figure for to filter the input lung nodule image, orthogonal filter to be used, and third image for partition for the rigid partition, then fourth image for watershed lung nodule image for given input query image, then fifth for separate the binary form for overall image in 4 separate parts. Then this is a combined part of overall lung nodule binary image for overall selecting input query images. Then this process for shift feature extraction for edge reduction based values for selection image for feature extract value. Then this is our the input feature value for separate 8 edge reduction based input phase values, and this is our the output result for histogram output result images. Then calculate the then to identify the which type of process to be occurred, Juxta-Vascular type process to be selected for our the classify the lung nodule final result image. Then the processing result for identification of the, then to select the analysis result for precision and recall functions. This is our accuracy result for existing and proposed methodology, and to recall value for existing and proposed methodology, then the precision results for existing proposed methodology. These analysis results mainly for classifying the multi-assume based classifier results and classify the overall database to input image for classification performance level and to calculate the precision and recall, then the accuracy level of overall process in our the lung nodule based classification of methodologies. These results to be applied for overall process.